Have you ever thought, I'd love to be one of those people that makes bread all the time? But then you step back to reality and think, I don't have time for that. I can barely keep my plants alive, let alone a sourdough starter. What if making bread didn't have to be a laborious commitment? Well, it can be with this no-knead recipe. Let me show you how. We're going to mix our flour, salt, yeast, and warm water in a bowl. Here, warm water means between 100 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit, or you should be able to comfortably place your finger in for about 5 seconds without pulling it out because it's too hot. We're going to mix our dough with a wooden spoon until it's hydrated and shaggy. This should only take about a minute. You could add additional ingredients like fresh rosemary or chopped olives, but today we're keeping it simple. We'll then cover our dough, and there's a few options here in terms of next steps based on what's most convenient for you. If you have the time, let this rise for a couple hours at room temperature or in a turned off oven. Then transfer to your fridge for 8 hours or up to 3 days. The longer the time, the deeper the flavors. If you don't have the time or you're not around to move it from room temperature to the fridge, let's say you're preparing the dough first thing in the morning and you're gonna bake it when you come home from work, you could leave it at room temperature for the whole time. All right, we're back. For us, it's the next day. For you, it might still be the same day. We took our dough out of the fridge about an hour ago, so it would come back up towards room temperature. If you left yours at room temperature the whole time, then you're good. We're going to prepare a piece of parchment that we'll use in a second and generously flour our work surface. We'll then pull the dough from our bowl. I'm using a silicone spatula to make sure no dough gets left behind. Once we have all our dough on our work surface, we'll flour our hands and then start to use our fingertips to pull the edges into the middle to start to shape our loaf. I'll then flip the loaf to shape it more into a ball, tucking the seams inwards, then flip it once more to pinch and seal the bottom. This is probably going to take a bit of patience and practice. You could also use a bench scraper to make it a bit easier to get under the dough without it completely sticking to your hands. We also don't want to overwork our loaf as we'll knock out all the air, so be gentle. If this is your first time making bread, take your time, but this step should take no more than 10 minutes. One more tip, don't be afraid to generously sprinkle more flour if needed, though keep in mind, we want to keep this flour on the outside of our loaf, not work it into the loaf. One last flip to turn our dough right side up and to ensure we're happy with our shape, then transfer to our parchment. We'll then place the loaf back in our bowl and cover with a tea towel while we let our oven preheat. If you feel like you may have knocked all the air out of your loaf or it looks a bit deflated at this point, let it rest for about an hour before baking. This will allow it to rise again. Preheat your oven to 230 degrees Celsius or 450 degrees Fahrenheit. We're using our Dutch oven today, but if you don't have one or something similar, you could use a baking stone or a sheet tray turned upside down and use a metal bowl as your lid. Whatever your apparatus today, we also want it to preheat in the oven for about 30 minutes. Now that our oven and Dutch oven are preheated, it's time to bake. If you wanted to add any fancy decorations to your dough, now's the time. We'll transfer our dough to our Dutch oven with the lid on and place in the oven for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we'll remove the lid and continue baking for another 15 minutes. Once done, we can remove our bread from the oven and transfer to a cooling rack for about an hour, if you have the patience. While that's cooling, let's reflect on how easy this was. We spent 5 minutes making our dough, we then set it and forget it, we then shaped it and baked it. Now, doesn't that sound straightforward? And our reward? This beautiful, airy bread with this wonderful crust that you made yourself. How rewarding. Slather with butter, jam, make a grilled cheese, or whatever your heart desires. Your bread, your choice.